So every rookie coming in, they have to go along to get along, one of the sort of spots. And of course, everyone's going to say all the nice things, all the right things as well. And Vikings second round pick, future left tackle, Ezra Cleveland, he's no different. So he had an interview with the Pioneer Press's legendary writer Bob Sansevier this week. And it was a lot of like 0-calorie stuff, a lot of fun. Like, oh, what do you remember about your mom? Oh, she cooked me eggs and makes great chicken enchiladas. It's really cool stuff like that, right? But there was one thing that stood out. Well, didn't really stand out, but yeah. All right, so he was asked, getting to play early on. Starts as a rookie. I want to get on the field in any role. I'm a team guy. I'm kind of rolling with the punches. I'll play where they want me, end quote. So nothing earth-shattering, but also if it's a way to get Ezra Cleveland on the field, playing him at guard, which is heavily implied here. I'm okay with it. And we've said through here, I think that Ezra Cleveland is going to be the future left tackle of the Vikings. I think he'll be a franchise guy there. I think he and Brian O'Neill will pair up, be the most athletic tackle duo in the NFL. They're both perfectly fit for the outside zone scheme, great in pass protection, etc. I do have concerns, though, about Ezra Cleveland kicking inside for the short term. I do wonder, can he play with enough leverage? Does he have a decent enough anchor to play inside? I actually think that he may be too tall. Even though, yes, we have seen 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" guards work out before. Ezra Cleveland is 6'6" on the nose, by the way. That came up in the article. He's exactly 6'6", as well as his weight fluctuates between 305 and 315. But at a certain point, especially in the trenches, low man does win. So can he get low enough to play with leverage against some of the premier defensive interior players in this league? That's TBD. He certainly has the athleticism to play the left guard spot because traditionally, even in an outside zone scheme, if you are going to pull a guard, especially on when you do run power, when you run screens, etc., it's going to be typically that left guard. So you want your left guard to be a touch more athletic than your right guard. Right guard is much more meat and potatoes, ground and pound type of guard. The difference between right guard, left guard, is it as big as right tackle, left tackle? Not necessarily, but that's getting into the weeds. So Ezra Cleveland certainly has the athleticism to play inside, but you do wonder at the point of attack, can he hold up against some of the Akeem Hicks, Kenny Clarks of the world? I don't know. I don't know. But like we said, if it's the only way to get him on the field, yes. As well as would I prefer Ezra Cleveland over Pat Elflein? Sure, but again, the dream scenario, which seems less and less likely as this offseason goes along, because limited reps, limited training camp, perhaps even only one preseason game, he's not going to have too much time to show a peacock, do the peacock and show that he can fly. Peacocks don't fly. Name the movie. It's a great reference, by the way. So I think that the scenario of him at left tackle and Riley Reiff either cut or moving into left guard, I think that's pretty much off the table at this point. But like we said, just getting his feet wet, getting a little bit of experience. We have seen this path work out for future tackles before, both left and right, where they start initially for a year, sometimes two in a guard, and then eventually branch out. Or hell, maybe it does work out long term. Maybe Ezra Cleveland comes in and he's friggin' phenomenal at guard. Maybe he is one of those nouveau, a little bit lighter, more athletic type guards, which is perfectly suited for the zone scheme. Maybe he surprises everyone and shows off that he does have a decent enough anchor to hold up against some of the better defensive tackles in this league, and he proves everyone wrong. And then maybe it's like, oh, do we kick him out at left tackle again? Do we leave him at guard? Do we move up for Penny Sewell or some of the tackles in the draft next year? So, again, I think that's probably pretty unlikely at this point, too, because I think the future for Ezra Cleveland is at left tackle. But, I mean, Gary Kubiak talked about right after the draft that they potentially could have Ezra Cleveland play guard. And if it happens, I'm in. But if I'm a betting man, which I certainly am, I think at this point, just given the conservative nature of the Vikings coaching staff and coaches in general, as well as given the truncated offseason, I think that the left side line is going to be Riley Reiff, is going to be Pat Elflein to start. But we'll see. I mean, if either of them falter, including Reiff, by the way, because once you get into the season, I think it should be the best five. If the Vikings are actually committed to that, as opposed to just paying lip service to it. And if the most expensive player on your offensive line is sucking hind teat, sit his ass on the bench. But I think that if Elflein does falter, I think that Ezra Cleveland could get a shot at guard. And he's open to it. Which, of course, that's what he's supposed to say. But, all right. All right, beer thoughts. Ezra Cleveland guard? Question mark. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You want to support the work, pull us up on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.